Everyone, hope your day is going well. We're going to find out what Quentin Tarantino's favorite 20 movies are from 92 to 2009. I hope so, at least, that this isn't clickbait, or else I'm going to delete this file and shift delete it. I'm not even going to put it in the trash bin. I'm going to just shift delete it, which means, straight to where do shift deleted files go? I don't know. Yo, permanently gone. Permanently gone. Anywho, favorite movies. I've heard Quentin Tarantino talk about movies, basically all my life, and the man is a encyclopedia of movie knowledge. It's wild. So let's jump in to this one and get some recommendations from the man himself. Yes, you did. Oh, sure.
Um, what I thought I would do as far as this introduction was concerned is to actually do something I've just done recently, and that is name my favorite 20 movies that have come out in the last 17 years, basically from 1992 to the present. And what's special about that number is these are the films that I admire the most that have come out since I have become a director myself. I'll actually preface this by saying that the first movie on the list is actually my favorite movie that has come out in the last 17 years. All the other ones, I can't really rate them. I can't judge them as 2, 3, 4, so I've just made it all alphabetical. But the first movie is my favorite movie of the last 17 years, and that...
Interesting. I'm looking forward to hear his 93 pick. For me, it's the movie year that has the most nostalgic feeling, or whatever you want to call it. To me, that year, so many movies that I remember and rewatched from that year. It's insane how many. So yeah, there's Jurassic Park, there's Mrs. Doubtfire, there's Demolition Man, there's Schindler's List, there's so many. There's so many. 93. What a year it was for movies. In terms of I don't know, that 90s feeling with the cheesy one-liners, all that stuff. But then you had Jurassic Park, then you had Schindler's List. There was so much variety there.
Is the Japanese film Kenji Hukasaku's
Oh, yeah.
Battle Royale. If there was any movie that has been made since I've been making movies that I wish I had made, it's that one.
Yeah.
Okay, now, starting
That's a good
from
one.
number 2 and
That's
going on
really
down
great,
to
yeah.
20 in alphabetical order would be Woody Allen's Anything Else. That's the Jason Biggs one. Number
haven't
3
seen that one.
would be Takashi Miike's Audition, a true masterpiece if ever there was one.
Oh, dude, I gotta
Number
write these
4
down.
would be Troy Hark's martial arts extravaganza, The Blade.
You can
which is a
see where he
remake
gets
of
all his
Shang-Chi's The One-Armed Swordsman.
inspiration.
Number 5
I know that one.
would be Paul Thomas Anderson's
that's a
Boogie
good one.
Nights.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. That's a great one. That's a good movie. It's from 97. Okay. He didn't go for Titanic? Okay. Leo's going to be upset when he sees this video.
Number 6 would be Rick Linklater's Days.
Oh, that's his 93 pick. Hey, that's solid. That's a good one. Solid pick.
Confused. I think maybe the greatest,
Richard
maybe along with
Linklater's great.
Rio
director.
Bravo, the greatest hangout movie ever made. One of the things about Dazed and Confused that's just so terrific, that is, if you could every time you watch it, if you watch it every 3 years or 4 years, the characters are like your friends, and you just like you're hanging out with them again, seeing your old friends. Number 7.
That's a great statement. That's exactly how I feel about books and movies, man. It is like hanging out with your friends, or TV shows, especially the ones that run like a long time. Like now, I'm like watching Supernatural for the first time, and then I'm almost at the last season, and I'm like, no, I really don't want this to be over right now. Sam and Dean and Cass, and they're all my friends, and I don't want. Oh man, I'm gonna just kind of rewatch it as soon as it's over, man. It's like you fall inside in some black hole after you finish the great series. Even if you rewatch it for the second, third, fourth, or fifth time, like I've done with The Sopranos so many times, every time it's over, it's like, oh, I can't handle this. Yeah.
would be Lars von Trier's Dogville,
Really?
which I
Mm.
think is maybe one of the greatest scripts maybe ever written for film. And I actually think if he had actually done it on the stage, he would have won a Pulitzer Prize. 8 would be David Fincher's Fight Club.
No way.
Number 9.
I was gonna say, oh come on, man. I was gonna say we don't talk about Fight Club, and he actually just skipped over the movie. That is hilarious. Let's see that.
You would have won a Pulitzer Prize.
No way.
8 would be David Fincher's Fight Club. Number 9 would be the F. Gary Gray comedy Friday, starring Ice Cube
Bye,
and Chris
Felicia.
Tucker.
That's
Number 10
a great movie.
would be the absolutely wonderful Korean monster movie, The Host.
I've heard so much about
Number
it. I
11
haven't seen it.
would be Michael Mann's The Insider.
Ooh. Yeah. Russell Crowe, man. He actually looked older than Pacino in that movie. Yo, that was a good one. That was a good one. The Insider. Man. Pacino's one of my favorite actors, if you don't know that by now. Yeah. Hoorah. Different movie, though.
Number 12 would be Park Chan-wook's Joint Security Area, or also known as JSA.
Oh, man. My
would
friend.
be Sofia
Oh, that's a
Coppola's
great one.
Lost in Translation.
My friends keep asking me to watch
13
JSA.
would be Sofia
Man.
Coppola's Security
I
Area.
need to watch it, man. Come on. Tarantino recommended it. Yeah, South Korean movies and Japanese movies and all, so many great ones out there uh, that definitely needs more attention. And now the last few years, with Parasite and all of that, it has been getting more and more attention in the Western world.
Or also known as JSA.
Oh,
13
come on, I need to
would be
watch it.
Sofia Coppola's Lost in Translation.
Bill Murray is so good in this one.
Number 14 would be The Matrix.
Ooh!
Now, there was a time, actually, that I would have actually considered Matrix actually the official number 2 after Battle Royale. However, I have to say that time was before Matrix 2 and 3 came out and
I knew he was going to say
actually ruined the mythology for me.
I
But even
get
though
it,
it
but,
did ruin the mythology for me and actually moved the original Matrix down on my list, frankly, I just can't think about it the same way as I did before. It didn't obliterate it entirely. It still has to be on the top 20.
Hey, fair enough. I get it. A lot, the sequels, especially now the latest one. It's a topic of debate. I don't hate the sequels. I don't love them as the first one, but I just love diving into worlds. As a writer myself, I see the flaws, but I always love world building, and the world building elements are pretty cool. But the first one is unmatched. The first one is unmatched. I remember going to see that in theaters with my father. I was like 12 years old at the time. And this was like, okay, this is a shift in movie making. You felt that at the time. It's like, already by the age of 12, we went to the theater like a few times a month. This was like, whoa, this is unlike anything else I've ever seen. And I was already a big sci-fi fan by then, and this was like, oh yeah, this is it. Come on, you think that's air you're breathing? Well, what else am I breathing, yo? So many iconic lines in this.
Top 20.
God,
Number 15 is one of the
Matrix.
most interesting and complex films on this entire list. Is the Korean serial killer police procedural Memories of Murder, directed by the same director who did The Host. Number 16.
Is this like the Zuck Alzheimer, like we have in Belgium, and now they remade that into Memory of a Killer with Liam Neeson type thing? Like a hitman with dementia, Alzheimer's. I don't know. Police Story. Oh, that's so good.
Would be the Jackie Chan film Police Story 3, also known as
Super Cop.
Super Cop. directed by Stanley Tong, a movie
That is
that
a
I
good one.
think actually probably
Michelle Yeoh and Jackie
contains
Chan.
the greatest stunts, and that's even including Buster Keaton, the greatest stunts ever filmed in any movie ever. And look no further than Michelle Yeoh jumping a
She's
motorcycle onto
bad
a
at. Yeah,
speeding
that's a
train and actually
crazy
not
scene.
quite pulling it off in the outtakes.
And they did it. Yeah.
Number 17,
Yeah. I saw her talking about that scene just recently. Incredible. I need to rewatch this movie. It's been years.
my hands down, my favorite British movie that has come out
That's good.
since I've been making movies is Edgar Wright's Shaun of the Dead. Number 18 would be Jan de
Oh,
Bot's
another Keanu.
Speed. And that's
Jan de Bont.
even
The second one.
discounting the last 20 minutes of the
Oh,
movie, which
I thought
basically,
he
you know,
was
once
gonna.
the bus blows up, the movie's over. But, you know, it might be easy to take Speed for granted now, but if you actually remember when Speed came out, what it was like to sit in the movie theater as that bus was going down the road, there really has been few exhilaration movies quite like it. Number 19,
Yeah, man, Speed is good. Speed is good. Every time it's on, I have to watch it. Every time I have to watch it, man. Sandra Bullock, Keanu, Dennis Hopper. Come on. Even Jeff Daniels is in there, but didn't get killed in the first. Spoiler alert.
would fall to Trey Parker and Matt Stone's Team America.
Thunderbirds? I
And the
haven't seen
final
this one.
film on my, alphabetically, on my top 20 list is M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's Unbreakable.
Come on, man. M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. Oh, Unbreakable. That was a good movie, man. Bruce Willis. It's heartbreaking to see him, now. We just mentioned dementia. Man, I love Bruce Willis, man. Yippee-ki-yay. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Yo, come on. Unbreakable is such a great movie. I didn't really get into, what is it? Glass and the other one, the one before that, with James McAvoy. What is it? Oh, Split? Yeah, Split. Which that one I heard is really good, right? I haven't really been keeping up with movies for a long time now, and now I was more into TV and then back to reading and writing. But Unbreakable is really good. The atmosphere of that entire movie, yeah, it's a good one.
Which I actually think, one, not only has Bruce Willis's best performance on film that he's ever given. I think he's absolutely magnificent in
He's
the
good.
film.
He's really good in that one.
It also is a brilliant retelling of the Superman mythology. In fact, so much so that to me the film was very obscure when it came out as far as what it was about. I actually think they did themselves a disservice, because you can actually break down what the film was about by basically one sentence that I think would have proved far more intriguing than their ad campaign, which is basically, what if Superman was here on Earth and didn't know he was Superman? Which is what the film is about.
Interesting.
Of course, you don't know that until you see the movie. Anyway, Unbreakable is, I actually think, one of the masterpieces of our time.
Hey, some interesting picks that I'm familiar with of the title. Some I didn't even know. So I definitely have to check out a little bit more about it. I know he is in, some of the styles that he watches I like, but I'm not really a super fan of, to go and sit down and watch some of it. But some of the films that I did know that my friends have been talking about for years, I definitely must check out. Yeah, man, some great picks in there, and it would be cool to go year by year and make a list. But of course, your list will never be entirely accurate. First of all, it's all subjective, but you can't watch every film of each year. So there's so many movies that you can say, oh, but what about this one? I haven't seen it, so it's all subjective. But I would be interested in doing that one time, or a type of tier list video, and yeah, it's cool. I love movies, and I wish I had more time to watch many more. And so yeah, what was your favorite movie of maybe this list, or just like a year that stands out to you with some of the movies? Like if you look them up, you say, "Whoa, that one is from that year too." Like for me, all the movies that so many movies that I love, and I look up the year it came out. 93, another 93, another 93, another 93. It's like, whoa. So for you, maybe that could be a different year. So let me know. Thank you for being here. Peace.